Namaste guys. So in the last video we saw how we can create sketches in SolidWorks and how those sketches can be converted into 3D objects using extrude boss space feature, right? So from that, we understood how simpler the 3D features can be created. So in today's video, we'll see something similar but a little more complex and a little more different, and we'll understand the use of one more feature called the Revolve boss space. Okay, so we'll start with the part again. So imagine how you could create a sphere in SolidWorks, right? So with a line, this is not a closed and a line is not a closed-ended shape, so you cannot create a 3D object out of it. With a circle, if you use the feature extrude boss space, it will create a cylinder, extrude the circle on the 2D plane into a cylinder, right? The spline is an open-ended surface again, unless it is enclosed or the shape is made such. A rectangle can be, or maybe a square can be extruded into a cuboid or a cube, right? An arc again, it's an open-ended shape which cannot itself be converted to 3D, but you can close it using a line or a spline, okay, and then maybe convert it into a 3D feature by extruding its surface straight up. Ellipse, it will basically create a cylinder-like surface which has an elliptical outline or the contour. Okay. Similarly, this is called slot or oblong, the use of which we'll understand later on. Maybe for an example, you can see that a lot of fasteners are put into slots when two metal plates are joined. Okay, so this is used mostly in designing that kind of parts. So we'll see to it as well. Polygon, it will, if you extrude it into a 3D feature, it will again just create another cylinder-like shape, cylinder-like body with linear edges. Okay, so how exactly do we create a sphere? We didn't get it here, right? But the need may arise anytime. So we'll see how we can create a sphere in today's video, and we'll understand the use of this feature, Revolve Post Base, what exactly it is, and how we are going to use it in future applications. So hold, so tune in, guys. Let's see how do we do it. So again, we'll start with a simple sketch. Let's see what it is. We'll take the front plane this time. We'll take a 3-point arc just for simplicity. How do we sketch a 3-point arc? Okay, so we'll sketch the first initial point, we'll sketch the end point, and then we'll sketch the middle point. So how do we want it? Whether we want it as a sector, like this kind of a sector where the angle at the center is 90 degree as it is mentioned there, A is equal to 90 degree, or we wanted to make it like a semicircle, where the angle at the center is 180 degrees absolutely. So in this situation, if we want to create a sphere, we'll take it as a semicircle. Why? We'll see it subsequently, okay? Now, to create it into a 3D feature, firstly, we need to close this arc, okay? We'll just choose the starting point, let it coincide with the starting point of the arc, and the end point will coincide with the end point of the arc. Now, this is a closed feature. This shaded area shows the closed contours, okay? We'll click OK. Now we will see how Revolve works, okay, and creating this sphere. We'll go to features, we'll go Revolve Base Boss, okay. So here it says axis of revolution. What does revolution mean? To create a circular path around an axis. You have heard about revolution of Earth around the sun, right? So there's an axis of the sun around which the Earth is revolving or other planets are revolving. Similarly, in this case, the ax for revolution, there's an axis that gets taken automatically. So in this case, the only straight line, axis is always a straight line, we had was this line one. So it automatically took in this, okay? And the remaining portion of the sketch, whatever it would have been, will revolve around this line. So this is the semicircle, this is line. So if you revolve this like this, what you get is a sphere, right? In a 360-degree manner. So let's say I change the angle to 180 degrees. So what you are getting now is basically a hemisphere. Let's say I create, I want to just create, 1/4 of a sphere. So I'll just add 90 degree to it. And here we go. This is 90 degrees. So, the four pieces of such quadrants will make one sphere, right? So in this case, we are building a sphere, single solid sphere. So let's say I'll just put it 360 degrees and click OK. Here you go. You have a sphere, right? Now, l- let's say this is a solid sphere, okay? Guys, this is the sphere that we wanted to create right now. And this also gives you a glimpse of how revolve feature is going to be used in SolidWorks. So you just need to have a straight line as an axis, and whatever the features or the sketches that lie around that line will just revolve around that line of axis. And the angle of revolution you can define. The radius, how do you define the radius of the sphere? Okay, so so basically, if you noticed, it revolved around the line, the axis. So the diameter, which is going to be which is going to run from one end to the other, the axis. So the diameter and the length of the axis are same. So if you want to change the diameter, just change the length of the axis and subsequently the arc length. Okay, so we'll just see a little bit of it. We'll go to the sketch directly. We'll click edit sketch. So currently the length of this line is going to be the diameter of the sphere that we just created, okay, which is 47.69. So this was arbitrary. Let's say I want it to be a particular 40. Okay, so this just got adjusted itself, or maybe we can just have it smaller. Oh no, maybe 50. Okay, so the semicircle just got adjusted itself because if you remember, we how did we sketch this line? We sketched it making sure that this and this point coincide. So in any case, they will make sure the SolidWorks software will make sure that the this point and this point of the line and this arc will coincides. And so if you change the radius of this or the length of this to make sure that these points coincide, the other sketch will get adjusted automatically. Okay, so here we go. Let's say now the by smart dimension also you can just know and change. If you don't want to change the length, so you can just click OK. If you don't want to, so the radius is 25, of course. Since the diameter is 50, the radius will be 25. Okay, so just click OK. And the moment you get out of the sketch, the revolve feature will get activated automatically since the sketch is no longer in editing phase. Okay, so now this sphere is going to have a diameter of 50 mm. Okay, cool guys. So hope you like the video. Hope it's informative, and in the coming days, I'm going to upload more videos on SolidWorks. Let me know if you need some specific feature to be explained. I'll take that up in next video. So kindly follow and stay tuned in with the series. Um, do share and subscribe. Okay. Thank you.